Hello, welcome to this your channel, the Better Eurofan. That's me. Cyprus made its return to Junior Eurovision an edition ago, looking to give a new boost to the path of the Mediterranean island in the competition. There were high expectations with the dynamic and danceable proposal presented by Maria Pisarides during the contest of the year before last. Although it has not impacted on the audience as expected, settling in the 13th place of the final ranking. Even so, Cyprus has opted to continue with its participation, aiming to improve its results. For this, we will check out the next young artists that had the task of representing the island country in Tbilisi. Here we go. For today's episode, I'm going to review the Cypriot entry for Junior Eurovision 2025, which has been represented by the duo Rafaella and Christos with the song Away. It is not clear at first if they are talking about being away from something or someone, but before that we will discover more of this duo of youngsters that have joined their talents to showcase them to the rest of Europe. Without further delay, let's move on with the review. We start by reviewing the biographies of the two of them before leaving the Eurovision adventure in the Caucasian country. First is Rafaella Pantelli, who is a Cypriot singer and dancer. She is 14 years old and comes from the Cypriot capital, Nicosia. She demonstrates a wide passion for performing art since the age of 3, especially with dancing. Her parents, being aware of the huge talent that Rafaella was starting to develop, would decide to enroll her in a dancing academy of her hometown. In recent years, she has participated in several dancing competitions both in her native Cyprus and abroad, winning some of them in different categories, profiling herself as one of the most prolific child dancers of the country. And if it was not enough, she also has started to develop her abilities as a singer by combining both passions in musical theater, having lead roles in big productions like Annie, Hercules or Hairspray. Actually, she is preparing herself for the upcoming exam on musical theater in grade 8 at Trinity College London, with which she pretends to certify her wide skills as a dancer and singer. Later is Christos Georgiou, who is a Cypriot singer and dancer. He is 12 years old and also comes from the Cypriot capital like his fellow. He shows wide interest for music since very early age, especially with singing and drums, showcasing his talent and performing on both in school talent shows and cultural events. In addition to that, he also has received dancing classes and practices several sports, especially basketball, with which he has developed an energy and sense of the rhythm. During the last year, he has started to compose his own music on his computer with the musical software Ableton, opening a path to a possible facet as a songwriter. Being a huge Eurovision fan since ever, he had the goal to represent Cyprus at the contest sometime. Although with the return of the country to the junior contest, he will find a way to accomplish his dream a little earlier, unaware that he will be joined by a fellow young artist. Let's see then how these two youngsters joined to represent the Mediterranean island at the junior contest. After confirming its participation in last mid-July, the Cypriot broadcaster announced that it will opt once again for an internal selection to select its representative for Georgia. For this, an open call was made for the Cypriot child artists between 9 and 40 years old who wanted to take part in the process, from the very moment of the announcement until early September of last year, while the song will be internally selected afterwards, adopting the same strategy applied by other participating countries like Spain or France. The open call turned out to be a huge success, so much so that they had to extend the deadline to mid-September due to the unexpected number of applications. After the closure of the open call, 70 boys and girls will be longlisted for the closed-door auditions in the broadcaster studios, being reviewed by an expert panel, and at the end of that same month it was finally announced the selection of Rafaella and Christos as the representatives that will travel to Tbilisi. At the same time, the broadcaster opened a submission period for the Cypriot and international songwriters who wanted to send their proposals for the next Cypriot entry for the junior contest. Over 20 original proposals were received that will be reviewed by the same expert panel with the goal of finding the most suitable one that could stand out their talents. The song's title will be revealed in last mid-October, but what its premiere, together with its accompanying official music video, will be made in early last November. Flying together for a same dream. Now I'm going to analyze further on this proposal with which this duo of youngsters have represented the island nation at the Junior Contest. The melody is a pop ballad which has wide reminiscences to the kind of songs we normally listen in the animated films from Disney Studios, and that even reminds the style of songs normally featured in a musical theater play. The voices of both Rafaella and Christos are fine, having both of them chances to stand out separately in different instances throughout the song, joining their voices during the first chorus while the second chorus is performed as a route or a perpetual canon. The lyrics has been written in Greek and English by a group of foreign songwriters, which gets attention due to the access of Greek or Cyprus songwriters among them. Unless they have knowledge in Greek, I cannot explain how they would have composed most of it, being British the majority of them. About the context behind the lyrics, it is pretty simple, taking on how love and hope hold us that when even with the future is uncertain, reminding us of the inner strength that grows inside of us when we have a dream, which will be a shared dream in their case. Reading the lyrics with more detail previously translated initially, it can be perceived the context described previously somehow, narrating with metaphors that create the process shaped by them as artists through the different manifestations of art. The song's title appears by the bridge of the song that precedes the final chorus, so you can guess that the meaning of the word refers to get as far as possible in that chasing of their dreams. It is understood that the track intends to transmit a message of hope for those children that have aspirations in life, but are afraid of what will happen in the future at the same time, encouraging them to live the present day and go after their dreams without any fear of reinventing themselves with each step. Having seen a little more about the song, let's see how they have projected the contest described with it through the official music video. First of all, I'm going to put on my earbuds to watch carefully what Rafaella and Christos are presenting to us with this video. Having said this, playing in 3, 2, 1. Rafaella appears at first. There is a blue spotlight. Now Christos joins her. We can see there are a series of pictures of them when they were little. We can see in this case the danceable dynamic between them with the chorus. The dynamic remains pretty similar throughout the track without nothing else. Now we can see the rainbows superposing the image. It is also noticeable that they are at the studio which smoke the floor. And that's the end of the music video. The plot is presented pretty simple as we could see earlier, probably intended to represent with all the interaction and the dancing within all the tangle that fly in the chase of their dreams. Because apart of it, there is nothing else to stand out from this music video. After what we saw with the music video, there were not any clues on if they will recreate the same concept or if they will make a workaround instead to make it more similar to a musical theater play. For the staging in Tbilisi, it could be verified that they will offer a similar concept like the one seen in the music video. According with the first rehearsals, Rafaella and Christos are wearing silver outfits, the visual graphics feature imagery of a star outer space, and the lighting is featured in different colors. Watching their live performance at the Junior Contest, it is essentially almost the same like in the music video without the ribbon superimposed to the image in this case, but keeping all the time the interactions between them and the lightly danceable dynamic at the center of the stage, using different shots throughout the performance, closing it with them standing back to back with many spotlights on them. I have to say in this case that for me it is the weakest proposal presented for the edition after seeing them performing live. They fulfill on keeping the chemistry and complicity on stage. The vocal performance of both of them is acceptable, but the big problem is that it lacks of elements that help to get an impact or get your attention, so I did not think that they could have possibilities on getting a good result. In fact, at the time of knowing about the results, they will place initially last together with Ireland and the reveal of the scores from the jury, but third after with the televoted results they will receive the same amount of points as Italy, which will help them to climb 2 positions to finally settle in the 16th place of the final ranking. Making a summary of all the comments, I'm sorry to say this, but I did not like the Cyprus entry from last year at all. And it's that unfortunately the proposal had many issues, starting with being an attempt of a musical theater song that it is not pleasant to listen. Both Rafaella and Christos have vocal skills, but the track does not help to stand out the best of them as singers. Besides the fact that their joint voices do not sound very fine, and both the topic and the message of the song are quite generic, it does not deliver something additionally novel as a proposal. And I'm very sorry for that, because they were surely quite excited with the fact of participating for their country at the Junior Contest. But the proposal was wrongly chosen and not suitable for that. The final result worsens compared to the last edition, getting back to the bottom positions of the table. I do not know how much this will influence the perspectives of future for Cyprus in terms of continuing with its participation in upcoming editions. But it will be a matter of time to know if they decide to move forward or if they withdraw once again from the junior competition. About Rafaella and Christos, I think that despite the result achieved, they will move forward in their preparations as singers and dancers. It is not clear if they will pursue a musical career in the future, each one on their own, or if they will attempt to participate sometime in the senior edition when they become adults. So for now, any scenario is possible. This has been the Cyprus proposal of last year of the Junior Contest. And which are your thoughts? Have you neither liked this proposal like me, or was it among your favorites instead? In any case, let me know in the comments down below, thus we can make a discussion. And this is it for today's episode. Before I finish, don't forget to like this video if it has been of your taste, helping me with that to still have your support and make this content to reach to more people. Subscribe to my channel and enable notifications by the button and follow me through my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.